Hello everyone, welcome to this video on renewing your academic strength, right? This is one of the videos that some persons have been eagerly waiting for, and I promise it will be very motivating, very captivating, and very enriching. Okay, so um, one of the reasons why this video and this lesson is very important is because over the time our ability to remain consistent with our focus and our drive for academic excellence reduces per time, right? It happens to everybody. Please let nobody deceive you and tell you that he has been very consistent from year one to now. Yes, consistency can be defined in various ways, but when you talk about having equal consistency over time, it's very not possible to have the same level of consistency at every time. Come on, it's 4 years, right? And within these 4 years there will be times when you'll be down, and especially it comes after your year one, because year one is the level you come with a lot of vigor, a lot of strength, energy, and you really want to achieve, right? Okay, so how have I been able to renew my academic strength over time? That's just what I'm going to be sharing this video. But before I share this video, please like and subscribe to this channel, to this YouTube channel, and we'll be sharing, and I'll be sharing um, particularly very educative topics like this that will also help you to get better academically. So firstly, I want to share my story. Now, one of the things that happened to me from my year one second semester was that I reduced the way I was reading. Now, it wasn't because I wanted to reduce the way I was reading. It was because a lot of circumstances came, right? Finances, responsibilities via leadership, a lot of us other responsibilities that came up, and by year two I had gotten myself a barbering job, and this job was, I was supposed to be working from morning till evening. You know how a barbering shop is, right? Now for this job, my boss allowed me to go to class, but after class I'm rushing back to the saloon, and I work till sometimes 10, 11, 12 in the night, right in the night. So before I would just go, before I could even say let me open my book, I'm dozing off and all of that. So I didn't have enough concentration level like I used to have in my year one. Year one was quite, I had the zeal, the passion, the motivation, and everything. But with time, it began to dwindle because I had other engagements, and I know it's happening to a lot of you now. But please listen to this video, and I believe you get something that is very tangible to help you further your academic experience. So how was I able to manage it? Now let me be plain to you. During my first semester, year two, I could not manage it properly. That was my first experience with it, right? And that is why I can even teach it to you, because I have to experience something before I can be able to properly communicate it to other person. So I wasn't really able to manage it that much. Why? Because it was my first experience. During my year one, I didn't have any such experience. So year two, first semester, I would barb. The money I barb from, I get from barbing. That's what I used to sponsor my education. So I have to constantly be in shop. And not just that, I didn't have time to go to the library. Remember I told you go to the library. Remember I told you pray. Remember I told you form notes. Remember I told you this and that. I didn't have enough time to do all of those things. In fact, it was only during exam period that I could concentrate on my book, and that wasn't enough. And that was one semester I had below 4.0. That's the only semester I've had below 4.0, right? Okay, so how did I manage it? Year two, it wasn't like the load reduced, but I sat myself down and I began to, tell myself certain things. I also learned from other persons, and these things are what I'm going to be telling you, right? So I improved in my second semester and all of that. Now, how do you renew your academic strength? Firstly, I want to tell us that, or I want to tell you that the major reason why your strength dwindles in academics is because you have lost motivation. You've lost motivation. Now, why do you think that people can go the extra mile to do certain things, and people can even remain consistent in some situations? Just remember when you were in primary school, your father or your mother would have told you, if you come first position this semester, or did I say semester? Now this time, you are going to get a bicycle, or I'm going to give you this or give you that, I'm going to buy this for you, I'm going to buy that for you. Now remember how very committed you are to ensuring that you won that prize, right? But when you come to um, the university, you came with that hope of first class, getting better academically and all of that. And then with time, you start losing motivation. You don't feel the way you are feeling before. Some persons who finally graduated with third class actually did tell themselves that they were going to graduate with first class, but it didn't happen. So what happened? What was the missing link between the first year of serious commitment and the last year of you know coming out with whatever isn't what you actually planned for? So I said the first thing is you lost motivation. Second reason that is responsible for a dwindle in your academic strength is what I call distractions, right? Distractions. Now, distractions occur when you begin to have other engagements um, that have not been existing before time, before, when you had your goals and all of that and you wanted to make it first class and all of that. But there's some engagements you begin to get involved in that will actually limit your ability to be consistent. Consistency, when I mean consistency, I mean getting as much good grades as you used to have, or being as committed as you used to be. For example, if you start a business, if you start working somewhere, the level of commitment will definitely dwindle, right? Okay, so that's the second reason. Another reason for another reason for a decline in your academic strength is when you have when your results are not in tandem with what you've put in. So if you actually were looking at getting an A and you began to see a C or a D or an F, or even getting some poor grades, it could demoralize you and then make you um, lose focus and all of that. So what I'm going to be teaching you is what has helped me over time to remain consistent. By the grace of God, I've not been below a 4.0 ever since I started school, except for a semester, which is a semester I actually explained to you, that I had about 3 point something or so. So how do I do it now? This is what I'm going to be sharing with you, and please make sure you're not just learning this for learning's sake. You are learning it to really abide by it and to implement it in your academics. So the first thing you need to do is that you must run with your goals. You must run with your goals. I can still get you my year one goals now. Like, I can still bring it out and show it to you. Why? Because it is very important. If you don't have goals that are clearly written down, please don't ever tell me you are serious about your academics. You are not serious. There is nothing that you don't have a goal about that you are serious about. That's the truth. So you must find, if you don't have a goal by now, please just sit yourself down. I don't know when you're going to watch this video, but sit yourself down and form your goals. Please form your goals. So with your goals, you will have the right direction, the right mindset. Okay, so for example, I had formed a goal for myself prior to getting admission. I said I will not have anything less than a 4.5. That is for a session. Now, in sessions where I have below 4.5, I come back the next session with force, with full force, because I know that I've not been up my game. So I come back with full force. What if there was no goal? I would have been okay with a 4.3. I would have been okay with a 4.0. After all, they are good grades, right? But my target was not 4.0. My target was not 4.3. My target was not even 4.4. In fact, my year one first semester was about 4.4 something. That was not my goal. So I had to step up. Because I wasn't happy with the results. But some of you are happy. You accept anything because you don't even expect anything. You don't expect anything. You don't expect just anything, so far as you don't fail the course and all of that. Your academic state will continue to dwindle. Some of you just ask, what do you want to get? Say you want to get with a 2.1. 2.1 can be anything. 2.1 can be 3.5. 2.1 can be 3.7. 2.1 can be 4.0. 2.1 can be 4.49. What do you want to graduate with? Be specific about it. Let your goals be smart, and then break it down into. Now, if you have a high target, a goal, of course your goal should not be, you should see a big picture when you are forming your goals. It will help you evaluate your every step. So when you are writing your assignment, for example, when I'm writing my assignment, I'm not writing my assignment just to pass. No, I'm writing my assignment to get 20 and above, so that exams can be 50 and above, so that I can now have at least 70 and above. Do you see it? Do you see the plan now? So I don't just look at, oh, I want to get a 4.0 4.5 from next session. No, I look at how do I get these things from my assessment down to my examinations. So for me, any assessments I don't have up to 21, because 21 is an A. I know all of these things because I calculate it a lot. So from 21 is A in assessment. So anyone I don't have 21 in assessment, it means I have to do a greater job in exams. For example, there's a particular course I had about 16 in assessment. It means I have to get 54 now, right? 54 in exams. So it was quite a tedious job for me, and I had to sit up, and by the grace of God, I had an A in that course because I know what was at stake for me. So you must have your goals. You must run with your goals. First class or whatever to one you are talking about does not come by accident. You don't just wake up and say, oh, Jesus, I got first class. No, it doesn't work that way. You must deliberately and consistently work on this thing. Nothing works until you work it, and you can't work anything out until you see it. So your goals is like seeing it. So even now, as the semester is about to start, or as today is supposed to have started, I'll get my goals and look at it. And when I look at it, I know where I'm heading to. I evaluate myself. Oh, I'm still on 4.1. That is too poor. This is my goals. Okay, I'll meet up. I have to meet up. This is what I have to do. How many grades do I have to get? How many A's do I have to get to meet up by graduation? I know how many A's I need to get for me to meet my target by graduation. It may look cumbersome, but so far as I'm seeing it, I'm working towards it, right? So you must ensure that your goals are running with you. The way you are running, let it be following you. Let it be here. So whatever thing you are doing, whether you are writing a test, writing an exam, writing anything, your goals must be with you. That is why your strength will continue to be renewed. You know what I mean? So that's the first you need to do. You have to get your goals running with you. You have to get your goals running with you. Know what you want, except you want to expect anything, except you don't want what you, how do I put it now? Know what you want, except you don't want what you know. Okay, motivational speaker. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to do. The second thing that you need to do to renew your academic strength is that you must apply the principle of incrementalism. Write it down. Incrementalism. What does incrementalism mean? Incrementalism means that you must have the ability to add up to what you had already. That is why I had to teach you the principle. Form your notes, go to library. Your year one is the time when you are supposed to have gone to the library. It's the time when you are supposed to have done extensive researches on certain things, so that by year two, listen, our department or your department is education is recycling. Sincerely, academics is recycling. So some things you learned in year one, you will still learn them in year two. But what give you an edge? Now, the lecturer that is marking your year two does not know that this is introduction used for, okay, let's say you were asked what is politics in introduction to political science. What is politics? And when the result came out, you saw that you had an A. So what it means is that your definition, your introduction were okay, right? Now, do you know that if you are asked what is politics in year 3 or year 2 rather, and you still use that same, listen, okay, you may not really get an A, or it may not be as nice as you wanted it to be, but at least it will still fetch you a good score. So what do? You have something working already. Add something to it. Increase it. That is incrementality, or incrementalism rather. Add something to what is existing. Don't start from beginning. Why am I saying this? Because some persons will be working. Some persons will be having different things that they are doing and may not have the time to go to the library and do all of those things. So you must apply the principle of incrementalism. My year one notes are still, I don't give people my notes that much. My year one notes are still with me. So what do? I had a course this semester that needed systems theory. And the systems theory, I learned system theory in year one. So what did I do? I picked up my year one book, my year one notes. I learned from it and I checked somewhere else. I added to it. I didn't start from beginning to build again. So if you did not follow the principles I had taught earlier, you may have to miss out on this one, because incrementalism means that there must be something existing already. So you are adding. You are not starting from beginning. You are not radically starting from the beginning, but you are building on an already existing, knowledge. So incrementalism has a lot to do. Now incrementalism also means that you can use, sometimes I use one introduction for some courses, for like 3-4 courses. Yeah, I do it and it works. So incrementalism means you use what was already there, apply it to the present, but add something. Let there be an upgrade. Don't just go and bring it hook, line, and sinker and put. No, add something to it, but you can still use it for here, for the current. You get that? You get the point? So ensure that you apply the principle of incrementalism, and ensure that in all that you are doing, let there be something that you are stepping on. It is, you will still learn Marxism again. You will still learn systems theory again. You will still learn politics again. You will still learn, but what do you have?